Hello, hello. Welcome all to the Best Girls Podcast. I'm your host, the one, the only, Ren Best Girl. Joining me today is my ever lovely co-host, Jade Novanus. How are
Hi.
how are you, Jade?
I'm doing all right. I'm feeling fine and frisky.
Ooh, frisky, eh? And she's turning into a witch. Terrifying.
I try.
So, has there been anything new going on with you since what 9, 10 months ago since our last episode?
I found out what was my medical issue was, and it's not life threatening, which is nice. I lost my job because the store closed down, which was amazing. And I'm broker than shit, so pretty good all around.
It's a tough act to follow up. I don't know if I can compete.
All right, Ren. What are we doing today? Well, let's just get right on into it. I know it's been 11 months since the last episode ended in failure. Um,
You ain't even gonna ask me how I'm doing.
how are you doing, Ren?
I'm t- now I'm giggly.
Yeah, so am I.
Uh, I'm doing pretty good. News and let's see in the way of news for the Ren. Um, I hate my job.
At least you have one.
I knew that's where you're gonna go with it. Um, Still working hard on trying to get Cyclostars going. Been on a little bit of a break, but you and I are still trying to get that going pretty soon here.
Meanwhile, in that break, I've just been writing Biblio stuff. So Biblio is like, oh, I only have the entire final arc of the entire series already written, basically, of season 3. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have almost any of season 1 written down.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 3 arcs of season 1, and season 1's gonna be the longest arc or the longest season.
This is just these are just writer things.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to see. Oh, I just can't spoil that. Never mind. Can't do that. That would be
Fair enough.
mean. That would be bad.
Fair enough.
Just imagine for like all of the very few people who watch the Best Girls podcast, they just find out the secret hidden ending of fucking Biblioanima like 7 years before it comes out. Guys, the series ends in. Isn't that cool? Wait,
Did you have a chicken wing stuck in your throat?
what do you mean? Oh, did it not come through? Oh well. I'm not gonna say it twice.
Fair enough. Anywho, that's enough getting sidetracked.
That was sidetracking.
Honestly, at this point, anything goes. We did have a sort of a guided topic for this episode of Best Girls. An idea that you actually came up with, Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care to explain your idea at all?
To be fair, me saying I came up with this idea isn't really like. I wanted Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is getting a re-release here soon, if not already, by the time you've watched this. And in the spirit of things, I want a new Marvel vs. Capcom game. We haven't gotten one since Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because Unite or Infinite doesn't exist. And that's been like 12, 13 years since Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out.
2012, I think, yeah.
Yeah. way to date the episode, by the way. Anywho,
You already dated it, you silly.
I mean, yeah, very fair. Um, so I thought it would be fun to kind of make us a roster for who we think will be in the next Marvel versus Capcom game.
Now, is this a prediction tier list or is this a wish list?
I will give us. I'm gonna make an extra tier on the list for like our personal picks that probably aren't gonna be in.
All right. Very fair, very cool.
I want most of this to be predictive, and then we'll have an extra tier for like, oh, this is stuff that's probably not happening, you know, but this is who we would want. Unless, of course, it fits otherwise, kind of thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make the colors kind of fit. I'm going to make the colors kind of fit. DLC will be in white, Capcom in blue, Marvel in red. Makes sense. And then I'll put ours in green because, well, you know.
Yeah. So, I think from the way it sounds, this is a prediction roster. Given the bloated budgets of the fighting game development, the rosters in more recent fighting games have been rather on the smaller side. That said, Marvel vs. Capcom is a crossover fighter. It is a it's just a crossover fighter, and as such, the balancing in those games are a bit looser. It's not as tightly designed as your Street Fighter 6s, your Tekken 8s, your Guilty Gear Strives. I had a fucking Chris Pratt moment stomping Koopas. But yeah, those games have never been about tightly designed, tightly balanced, tightly wound up gameplay and balance.
Yeah, the characters in Marvel vs. Capcom kind of feel cheap, for lack of a better word, to where they feel like, because they all basically play very similarly, right? They all have kind of their own flair, but at their core, they all play relatively similarly.
Especially with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, characters kind of followed a flow for their combos.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it would deviate from character to character, but it would still work on the same skeleton, the same foundation. So, with that, I think it's important to determine the size of our roster first. I think now most fighting games, they're a bit on the smaller side in terms of their starting roster, except for Tekken, because apparently they can just fucking throw in characters left and right for the game's launch for Tekken 8.
I think a lot of modern fighting games. How do I put this? The amount of characters we get in fighting games are directly relative to their budget, of course. And
yes.
I feel like even some of the bigger, more popular fighting games just don't put the budget into the amount of characters and put it more into the quality of characters. Guilty Gear Strive, great example. Those characters are incredibly deep, complex. They all have their own gimmicks and all sorts of stuff. And that's why Strive started, like, Guilty Gear Strive, for example, started with what? 16 characters?
15.
15. Exactly.
I think Street Fighter 5 when that launched, it's only had 14 or 15 characters as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of the flip side of what I was saying earlier about how well they're balanced. It's yes, how deep these characters are, how well they're designed and pre-planned, how much budget goes into making a singular character as opposed to the quantity of the characters.
Yeah. And like we said, I think Marvel vs. Capcom, like, we're not saying they don't put effort into their characters because, like, obviously game development hard, but
It's more about having fun with the roster than trying to
yeah.
make it the most balanced game ever.
Yeah, it's like for every one character Street Fighter or, you know, Street Fighter or like Tekken or whatever, get a game like this should have like 3, right? So I'm thinking 50 would be a nice even number to have for a game like this. I feel like any less would be like
even Marvel vs. Capcom 3 didn't have that at launch. It only had that after Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
yeah, but I think we've had enough time. I think the groundwork has been laid between Infinite and 3. I think honestly a lot of the characters you could just port over with like minimal touch-ups, minimal changes.
I mean, that's basically what they did with Infinite. They got a lot of the characters and their animations ported straight from 3. And because we went from this heavily stylized comic book aesthetic game and just dragged and dropped them into fucking shitty photorealistic engine, it looked awful.
Mm-hmm. So like, I think 50 is a good number because we have MVC3, we have Infinite already. That's over 60, 70-ish characters for them to work with bases already. This isn't like them completely redesigning characters from the ground up. Not like something like going from Guilty Gear Xrd to Strive or like from Street Fighter 5 to 6. This is large, like Zero is largely going to play like Zero regardless of what Mega or what Battle.net or God damn it, of what Marvel vs. Capcom game you play, right? Mega Man's gonna play largely the same. Fucking Street Fighter Ryu is gonna play largely the same.
Yes. I think we're getting a little off topic. I do think 50, well, that's a pretty good number to shoot for, including DLC as a starting roster. I'd say maybe 40, 20
Okay.
from each side.
All right. So 20 on each side and then 5 on each side for DLC.
I'd bump it up to like 6 or 7 each side for DLC.
Okay. All right. So then I'll let you take it away. We're going to be starting with Capcom first since it's first in the list. Who would you... Again, this is going to be trying to be as impartial as possible, using facts and logic. And then at the end, we can go like, whoever we didn't already pick, these are the characters we would want in the game.
Well, we have to start with the obvious, Ryu. He's the Capcom flagship.
Yeah. Ryu's the obvious. Where the fuck is Ryu? I don't remember what a Ryu looks like.
How do you not know what Ryu looks like? He's in Smash.
There's 2 Ryus!
What is like Dark Ryu one of them? Is it Kage?
No, it's some anime boy.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, show me your screen. Share your screen. Come on. Let me see what you're working with.
Fucking some blue anime boy. I don't know who this is.
Oh, that's one of the characters from the Breath of Fire games.
Okay. All right. So, Ryu, solid. Again, trying to be as if we're thinking Capcom, I think you can't think Capcom without thinking this. Tonti. Tonti.
All right.
All right, Marvel, you're up.
Now, are we putting logistics aside? Are we putting aside the issue that Infinite had where
Okay.
the MCU influenced the roster?
I think MCU is going to fucking influence the roster 100%. I think they're not going to make the same fucking mistake twice, though, of like, no X-Men because they haven't been on screen. No, cut the Fantastic Four because we haven't gotten their movie yet. Like, I think we're still going to get them. I think it's going to be, we're going to have our Avengers team. Yeah, we're going to have, our big players from the MCU. But I think we're still going to have, like, our mainstays, like Doctor Doom and, I think Sentinel would still be in the game. I think.
All right.
I think when it comes to Marvel, I think the MCU matters less, but it's still going to matter. So I think, like, Cap, Iron Man, like, Thor are probably, like, the 3 easiest picks for this.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
Oh, fuck yeah. Like, that's
a no-brainer.
All right. Which Spider-Man?
Ooh. I think.
Because I know which one I want.
Why is there so many Spider-Man on the list?
Well, there's Spider-Ham. I don't know who that is. There's Gwen. There's 99, which is fucking what's his name? There's Pete. There's Spider-Punk, Spider-Woman, and Spider-Man Noir.
Well, I think classic Spider-Man has had his time.
Ooh.
I know that might sound like heresy, but I genuinely think that this is kind of the era of Miles. I think bringing him into the game and giving him a refresher on the Spider-Man moveset, update it, give him some cool new things, include his invisibility and his electric abilities.
He has he can summon an electric sword in the comics now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man could do with an update, and I think that Miles is the perfect conduit for that.
I knew I picked right when I asked you to marry me. Holy shit. Oh, God. All right. So that's your explanation and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. That's exactly who I was going to pick. So now I got to find someone new. I think Deadpool's an easy, obvious one. Anyone who thinks otherwise is an idiot. Deadpool's fucking massive. He just got his stupid movie in the MCU. He's like, you can't walk into a retail store and not like, you can't walk into a Hot Topic and go 5 seconds without seeing Deadpool somewhere, right? You can't walk into a fucking Target without seeing Deadpool. I think he's like, even Iron Man and stuff I feel have started to die out now that obviously the MCU is focused on them less. I think Deadpool is slowly becoming kind of the face of the MCU, at least in the interim in this weird transitionary period of the MCU. Alrighty, you're up for Capcom.
I 100% agree with your pick of Deadpool. I don't like it, but I 100% agree with it. Anywho, a Capcom pick.
Oh my god, is that a JoJo character? Bill Slamkovich. That's just Akira Toriyama. That's just fucking...
Araki.
Yeah, that's just the Rocky's art style.
Fucking big wheel.
I love Big Wheel.
All right. If we're doing 20 each for starting, hmm, we have to do a Resident Evil rep. And
You know who you want it to be.
oh, I know who I want it to be, and that's just not going to happen. They're not going to put fucking Hunk in the game, but that's fine. I think it would be either Jill or the now poster boy of Resident Evil, Leon.
I agree with Leon. Leon, I feel like Leon's the easy bet. Like he is the poster boy of the franchise at this point.
As popular as he was never in the NBC games.
Yeah, I know. So are you going to pick Leon then?
Yeah, I'd like to see Leon in the game.
I think he would play different enough from both Jill and Chris. I think
Jill played different enough from Jill. There was 2 different versions of Jill in the
fair
series.
enough. I feel like one of the big things, it's been 12 years since Marvel vs. Capcom 3. A lot of shit has changed. The MCU has had its peak and its failure period. Capcom has basically completely 180'd itself into becoming the Monster Hunter studio and little else. Like, the industry and just the world itself has changed, especially within some of these IP to where, like, Dante's a given, but, like, give it another year or two, and I could say Nero, like, would take it instead of... I would say Dante probably doesn't even make it. I think Nero makes it instead. But I think you have to have your 2 poster boys, your Ryu and your Dante. I think those are the 2 most recognizable faces in Capcom at the moment.
Yes. For your pick for Capcom?
I have one that I know I want, but I don't even know if he'll fucking make it in. He's been in only one game so far.
Oh.
Oh, you should know.
What, EXE?
EXE hasn't been in any of the Marvel vs. Capcom games yet.
It's been in a fighting game, I think.
Maybe? Okay. Okay. For Capcom, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we have to go another easy one. I think Zero just gets in. I want Mega Man 00, but that's not going to happen. They're not going to use the Zero design, or if they do, it'll be like a DLC costume down the line. I think Zero is easy. He's different. He represents the Mega Man franchise. I think Mega Man does come back at some in this game, but let's get all the easy, like, these fuckers are making it for sure out of the way first. All right, baby, you're next to Marvel.
I think as much as I love the 4-in-1 representation that Super Scroll brought, this may just be biased, but I'd like to see them focus solely on one of the Fantastic Four.
I agree, especially since we're getting the new movie here soon. I think Marvel would want... I think that makes a lot of sense. I think Marvel would want a F4 rep.
It would not be the Thing. It would not be Susan. It would not be. I don't think it would even be Johnny.
You think they do Reed? I would think they do Johnny over Reed, but then
I think
again,
it. I think it's really close between the two, but I think with Reed
ooh,
they could play a lot more with his elasticity.
that that and we're forgetting like one major aspect that these games have is they do kind of have like a story setup. Like obviously Infinite's big story setup was like what if Sigma met Ultron and fucking Thanos and shit. I think that would be really cool to just finally have Doctor Doom and Reed Richards be able to fight it the fuck out.
Agreed. Again, this might be a little. Reed as a pick might be a little bit more wishful thinking, but again, I think it could be time for them to indulge in the Fantastic Four proper.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything against it because Fantastic Four is my favorite super team. So, all right, they don't have him listed under Reed, so it must be under Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't see him. I don't see him. Where is he? Mr. Mirage. Is it just MR Fantastic? There he is. That and it fills out the old man roster. We don't have enough old men in this game. Oh, wait. The Capcom side fills that in perfectly. The Capcom side is just going to be all old men, isn't it?
We can only hope.
We can only hope. All right. I mean, on that note, the other big shoe-in for Marvel, like, I don't have much else to say.
Is Doctor Doom. He's a
Doom.
classic.
It's Doom, baby. All right. Capcom, baby.
It's really hard to not want to just double dip immediately.
I mean, you know they would. If we're being honest, like, there would be at least 7 fucking Street Fighter characters in this game, if going off past games.
I think they would bring in another Street Fighter character, and I'm trying to formulate who they would pick if they were trying to shake it up a little bit. No Ken, no Akuma, no
I think it would
Chun-Li.
It would be one of the 6 roster, right? Like, you'd think they'd want to sell Street Fighter 6.
It would have to be one of the characters from 6. Maybe it would be Rashid.
Would it be Rashid or would it be fucking who's the big buff grappler girl?
Marisa. Ooh. Yeah, we don't have any big grappler characters in the roster yet.
Marisa then?
Yeah. Her fucking gladiator helmet hair.
Yeah.
Up.
Oh, Capcom. That's right. Ah! All right. My Capcom. Who the fuck else would be like obvious for Cappy Kami? I don't think Felicia gets in again.
Babe. There's a very obvious large IP.
Oh, I know. I was trying to hold off on that one for as long as possible, but fuck it. I guess we'll do that one.
Fair enough.
Where is she? Where is she? There she is. The best thing that came out of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. The Monster Hunter rep. Fucking finally. It only took them, what, fucking 20 years to get into the game, but it happened. All right. Marvel, honey.
That's Marvel, baby.
That's Marvel, baby. Let's see. Who do we have so far? We got a Spider-Man rep. We got a non-affiliated rep. 2 Fantastic Four reps. We need some Avengers, and I think we need some X-Men.
Yes. Wolverine is the most obvious X-Men shoo-in. However,
I don't think Wolverine's the easy one here. I think there's one other X-Men that's more iconic for Marvel versus Capcom specifically.
you're thinking Cyclops, aren't you?
Yeah,
That's who I was gonna say. Sure, Wolverine is the face. Cyclops is the soul of X-Men.
agreed. And well, like you look at some of the old like box art and like some of the main like promo art for Marvel vs. Capcom, it's almost always Cyclops like giving a handshake to someone. It's almost always. All right.
I can't wait for Ryu and Cyclops to be able to shake hands again.
I know, right? All right. This one's a little weird. Blade's back, baby. We're getting the new Blade movie. Blade was in the new recent Marvel MCU movie. He's getting a video game, like a high profile video game, I think made by the people who made the Dishonored games. It's the year of Blade, baby.
It's been time for Blade to return.
Agreed. Blade is like fucking so cool. He's one of my favorite Marvel characters.
Alrighty. That brings us to
Capcom.
6 each.
Yep.
Alrighty. This is where it's going to start getting a little bit more.
It's going to start getting hard as it goes. Who the fuck is G?
He is the goddamn president of the world. Show him some respect.
That fucking jabroni is the president of the world?
He is a Street Fighter V DLC character. Everything in the story surrounding all the characters of that era prop him up to be like, oh, he's going to be the next big bad guy. He shows up. He just wearing Abraham Lincoln's fucking hat. He has a tattoo, a golden tattoo of the Earth, like all the continents on Earth. And it's like shifting around his body. It actually actively moves across his body. And he just claims, "Why, thank you. I am the world president." And then they do nothing with him.
I hate Street Fighter so much. All right. So yeah, you're up for a new Capcom rep.
I know. I'm thinking real hard about this.
There's Hunk.
There he is.
There he is.
I think. Hmm. Ooh. Now, I think I'm trying to think about a character that is going to be like one of the oddball picks for Street Fighter for Capcom. Like, you know how like all the old all the old games had like, or I guess 3 at least had like, that's the joke pick. That's your
Yeah.
Amaterasu's, your Phoenix Wrights. That's like the joke pick.
Mm-hmm. Does Beautiful Joe come back?
He is a classic at this point, but I don't know if he would be in the base roster.
I don't think. Why is Rajang on this list? I've just been looking through this. Fucking why is Rajang here? Oh, that's fun. Oh shit, that's the fucking what do you call it? PTX 48. That's the ice planet, giant monsters that glow orange shoot the orange bit to kill. What the fuck was that game called?
Fuck if I remember.
Oh my god, That awakened memories. Capcom Lost Planet. That was it.
Hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. I had so much fun in the beta for the fucking second game. I couldn't afford the first or the I couldn't afford the second game as a kid when it came out on Xbox 360, but they had a demo that had online play where you fought against one of the monsters, and that was so fucking fun.
I think. Hmm.
Who the fuck is Magma Dragoon?
Hmm.
Oh, we got another JoJo character here.
If there's anybody you can think of while I'm thinking my character, go ahead.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and make the easy pick here. Oh fuck, I had it and now I've lost it because I was making memes. There was an easy one that I had in mind. Let me look through here. We're not doing you. We're not doing you. Honda. No. I think I have two picks that'll come up later that I don't think. I think they'll actually happen. I think both of them will happen. I think it's time for my boys to shine, but those will come later. Oh, fuck. Do you know what we don't have? We don't have a ton of villains here. These are all heroes with the exception of, like, Doctor Doom. We need a villain for the Capcom side.
Oh.
Lady D, bitches. Let's go.
Fuck.
There's our fucking Resi 8 fucking rep. Who are you picking, baby?
Shit.
And that's like kind of a meme character too, since like people just like to be horny for her.
A little bit. You know what?
Just do it. Do it. You know you want to.
I'm actually gonna say the quote unquote protagonist of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm gonna go with Ruby Heart.
Who?
Ruby Heart.
I don't know who this is.
She is a pirate lady.
Oh, her Pirate Lady MVC2. I know who you're talking about now.
She was a character that they were planning to do something with. They threw her in MVC2 to sort of have her as the protagonist and to foreshadow the games that they were going to use her with. And then those games kind of just got scrapped, leaving her as her only appearance in MVC2.
Interesting.
That was her entire legacy.
That's a nice throwback then. Alrighty. So I picked Lady D then. You're up for Marvel.
That I just picked.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
I mean, there's still a bunch of easy ones for Marvel left. Like,
fair enough.
there's also where's the tease? The easy one, the real easy one.
T. Hanos. You can pick T. Hanos.
I'm just gonna throw him up there already because he's just like, oh god, I lost T Hanos. I don't know where T Hanos went.
He's gone.
He's gone. All right, you pick something, babe, while I look for T Hanos. I lost Thanos.
That's a fucking sentence. Ooh, fuck. This is actually a prediction I made back when MVCI was coming out and my brother and I were predicting the roster for that. This is going to be the Marvel's wacky pick characters similar to Rocket Raccoon,
Oh.
Howard the Duck.
Ooh, fun. All right, all right. I'm not going to pick Thanos yet because I have a better one that I'm going to do. Oh my
Oh,
god, the image they got for Howard is awful. All right, I'm putting Thanos right at the top because that's going to be like my next one. I got a better one.
all right.
Give me Space Dad. I need Space Dad on this roster. He would be so fucking fun.
I would accept that as a Guardians rep.
Honestly, like everyone, like I've seen a couple other people like give ideas for a new Marvel vs. Capcom movie, like, oh, Rocket and Groot would be the new. Fuck Rocket and Groot. Give me Yandi.
Star-Lord could be fun, but Gamora was boring when she was in Infinite. Honestly, Mantis could also be fun.
Yeah, Mantis could be fun. I just think I love Yondu's stupid little arrow shtick. I think that's so fucking fun. He'd just be a puppet fighter in this game, and that'd be great. All right, Capcom, baby.
Now, hear me out.
Oh, that's how you know she's gonna say something fucking stupid.
Now, hear me out. I don't know if we'll ever get Phoenix right again. He was too good for this world, honestly. We don't deserve him.
Oh, you're gonna steal my pick. Oh god.
I'm actually not.
Oh,
Where is this fucking.
who is he?
Is is she not on here? Is she just not on here?
Who? Who?
I think she's just not on here.
Such a lust for revenge. Who?
Fuck, she's not on here. Lynn from Ghost Trick.
Right here?
No. Lynne.
No, I don't think so. I saw the guy from Ghost Trick, the ghost boy.
I guess he will have to do
Where is he?
Sissel. I think it starts with an S. Pretty sure that's how it's spelled in this. Yeah.
Tell me I don't see him.
Sissel. He's at the bottom of the screen.
Ah, right there. You think he's base roster or DLC?
I think he would be a fun base roster character.
Instead of Phoenix?
I only say Lynn instead because, well, without getting too into the game and spoilers, Sissel is dead. Lynn is the one that's actually alive. Sissel's ghost is the one that's actively solving murders and rewriting history. She would act as like the player character while Sissel does all the fighting by activating random objects in a similar vein to Phoenix Wright. This probably makes no sense to you as you probably haven't played Ghost Trick.
Honey, I hate to break it to you, but I have.
You have?
Indeed. Oh, I haven't beaten it, but I have played it.
Okay.
All right. Oh no, I lost the boy. I lost the boy!
You lost T. Hanos again?
Oh no, I found Tianos. I lost another boy. I lost a more beautiful boy. I don't know where the beautiful boy went, babe. I hate this. I hate that they don't
You
just
lost
snap back.
Miles.
Yeah. I'm
You lost
picking
your
Miles.
edge.
I'm picking my edgy boy, my edgy gay boy. I need him, my Miles Edgeworth. There he is.
Don't do the same thing again and lose him again.
Miles Edgeworth. I think he gets in. I think he gets in over Phoenix.
I would accept that.
I think he's an easy pick. He's just as iconic in the franchise as Phoenix, and he's in the game significantly less. I just
He
think
is.
he's also technically another villain-ish character, which we don't really have a ton of those at the moment, especially not on the Capcom side, aside from Lady Z. All right, Marvel, babe.
I have a pick, but I'm saving it for DLC.
I mean, you can pick it now, and I'll put it in DLC if you want.
Okay. Beta Ray Bill.
Ooh, do you think we get Beta Ray Bill instead of Thanos, or
Instead of Thanos.
instead of Thor?
No.
Do you think he might just be a skin for Thor?
No.
Okay.
I think I think I think he would have some similar core concepts as Thor, but his execution of using Mjolnir and all that would be very different.
Okay. Then, since you picked a DLC character, I'm going to go ahead and pick a DLC character. And I
Okay.
think they go big. I think this is the first DLC character that comes out. And this is like one of those things where, like, pre order the game today and get the first DLC character for free kind of thing. And you know who it is? It's motherfucking Doc Ock.
Oh, that's such a good pick.
He hasn't been in any of the games. He is a massively popular character.
Such a good pick.
I think he's the first DLC character that comes out, and he's the big mega seller.
All right. Are we going straight back to Capcom or Marvel?
Capcom, and then we can think about Marvel. Oh no, fuck it, Marvel. Do we want to just throw the two easy ones on right now? Iron Man and Cap,
Yeah.
just to keep it even, because like eventually
No,
we're just gonna waste our turn on that at some point because we have to.
neither of us wants to waste our turn on it, so it's just easier to put it there now.
All right, Capcom.
All right, so we're halfway done with a base roster.
Mm-hmm.
Capcom. I I think we do get another Darkstalkers rep. I don't think it's Morgan. I don't think it's Felicia or Shinko. I honestly, I think we get Jetta again.
I don't know who you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it.
He was in Infinite.
Okay.
He, either Jetta or Dimitri. I think Jetta's cooler though.
Fair enough. All right. See, we're starting to get to the hard ones for Marvel or for Capcom because we're starting to run out of characters.
We're literally not. It's just the characters that are here we don't know anything about.
I'm going to throw a new weird one out. It's a fan favorite character that people have been asking for in this game since its inception.
Oh.
Can you guess who it is yet?
From Capcom.
Yeah. I'm picking Dr. Wily as the G1 Mega Man rep.
Good pick.
I think he would be fun either just as like a him using his stupid robots like a, you know, like a Bowser Jr. type, or even like a puppet fighter where he summons the different robot masters for different attacks. All right. Marvel, honey.
All right. All right, all right, all right. I hmm. We can't not. He's
They
so iconic to the
they
series.
don't have my favorite Marvel character on here. Anyway.
Magneto.
Oh fuck yeah. Where the fuck is this? Where the fuck is this bitch? Magneto!
Gravity squeeze.
Gravity squeeze! Alright, so we need another Marvel. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw Thanos here because it's fucking obvious. Alright, baby, Capcom.
Fucking Nergy Gante's also on this list.
Yeah, he is. I saw that earlier too. Do you think we get an actual Monster Hunter rep? I don't think so. I think maybe we get
No.
like bosses at the end of fucking arcade mode that you have to fight like in fucking Smash. But I don't think they're actual fighters. Who do we have? We already got 2 Street Fighter reps. We could probably do one more. That makes sense. Another
What else thinking
Resi,
about?
another Resi and another DMC rep would probably make sense too.
I think another DMC. I think another DMC rep would be DLC.
Fair enough. So probably Nero for DLC or something.
Yeah.
Trying to think of like what are some obscure but still kind of cult classic Capcom. Oh, that's a classic one that is in all the recent ones.
Go ahead.
Ama.
All right.
You're gonna do. We're. Yeah, we're. Do you want to do Amaterasu?
No, you can do that.
All right.
We have to do the poster boy of his series, Frank West.
You think Frank gets in and not like Chuck?
Nobody likes Chuck.
You're right.
Nobody likes any of the other protagonists of the Dead Rising games. They only like Chuck, or they only like Frank because he was in the first game.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's see. Who do I want for the Capcom rep? Trying to see if I know any of these characters. There's a lot of obscure Capcom games that I just do not care in the slightest about. Or that are just complete do you think Spencer would be in a new game? I don't.
I think he's too irrelevant. He only got in Infinite again because he was somebody they could port from 3.
Yeah. Um Who the fuck is Zephyr? Is that the Vanquish guy? Did Capcom publish Vanquish?
I thought Vanquish was a
It's
plat.
platinum, but let's see. Ooh, that's a I got a good one for Marvel later.
Ah, Zephyr's from Exoprimal.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's an easy one for Capcom. Strider. Like, yeah, his IP is a little irrelevant now, but that one's just kind of a style points more than anything. It's like we get the token ninja in the game. Already Marvel, baby. Who's gonna pick well, no, I think most of the obscure one or like most of the super important ones have been picked. I think Thor is like the only like outstanding one.
We're going with I think you already put Cap up there, right?
Yeah, Cap's already up there. We still have Wolverine, too.
I'll get to this. I'll get to Hulk eventually. Red Skull.
Ooh, you think Red Skull? You think fucking Space Hitler would get in?
I think we don't see anything here. Any NBC is more about the heroes than the villains, and I think with the MCU, Cap's story has kind of ended. So I think celebrating it with Red Skull as his villain, having them have a rivalry, would be a nice way to tie it up.
I was actually to bring this up earlier. I really liked them. Again, it might be the PlayStation All-Stars bias in me speaking, but like I really loved the idea of like having each of the characters have like their own paired off rival. That like a lot of them didn't make sense. It's like, oh yeah, Kratos really hates Sackboy for some reason. But some of them really worked, and I liked that.
Yeah.
And like looking at this roster right now, it doesn't really work. At least not cross Capcom and Marvel. Like,
You know what? I take Red Skull back.
okay.
Prowler.
Yeah. All right. Now you're speaking my language. Is Prowler even on here?
Next to Proto Man EXE.
I'm just gonna throw my next one up there because Sentinel's fucking obvious. Next to Proto Man.
Next to the two Proto Men.
Next to the Proto Men. All right. You're up for Capcom, honey.
Alrighty. See. I think. Yes, I think we get one more Street Fighter rep. And we had one from 6 since it's their newest one. I think we also get a fan favorite from 5. That isn't Rashid.
Okay, who?
Manat.
Who?
Manat. She's a fortune telling. She's a cute fortune telling Egyptian girl.
Spell her name for me.
Menat.
Oh, her. Okay, she's cute.
She's kind of simultaneously a fan favorite and a fan hated. Everyone loved her as a character. A lot of people hated fighting her.
All right, my next Capcom pick. I've picked all 3 of the characters from this franchise so far. I think there are 3 pillars to the Mega Man franchise. Right? We have the X games. We have the original games. And the third franchise, or the third sub-spin-off series of Mega Man that is the most popular of all of them.
Legends.
Fuck you! Legends got 2 games and a canceled one.
Hey. Tron Bond's been in 2 and 3.
Yeah, that was undeserved. I'm sorry I'm being so mean about this. All right, Battle Network needs a fucking rep.
Tron Bond's only sin is that she loved Mega Man too much.
I think we get a Battle Network rep. And I think we get the coolest Battle Network rep. We get based on EXE.
Ooh. We're not gonna have
a single Mega Man. No. I think Mega Man gets in as a DLC character.
All right.
I think that's really fucking funny that we have 3 Mega Man characters and none of them are Mega Man. It's like all these other franchises. It's like, oh, who do we have for Street Fighter? Oh, the main Street Fighter guy. Who do we have for Devil May Cry? The main Devil May Cry guy. Oh, Resi? We have the main Resi guy. Oh, Mega Man? These fucking jabronis.
To be fair, Mega Man had his time in 2, and X was in Infinite, and he was bad and terrible, and let's forget that happened.
I'm going to put it this way. I think Mega Man is a really boring character in fighting games. Every time he's been done in a fighting game, he's boring as sin. If that's Mega Man in MVC2, if that's X in fucking Infinite, if that's Mega Man in fucking Smash Bros, he's boring as sin. He shoots lemons and he uses completely miscellaneous random ass attacks that have no cohesion. I think that's boring as shit in a fighting game standpoint.
Fair enough.
I think Zero is cool because all of his attacks are like fucking energy sword shit. Wily could all be a robot, shenanigans, and Base is all just dark energy. I think that's fucking cool.
Fair enough. Point stands.
Marvel.
Hulk.
The Incredible Bulk.
Like I said, I would get to him eventually. We can't not do Hulk.
All right. Then I'll also throw mine up since I just saw him before I saw Hulk. Where is Hulk? There he is.
One of the big greenies.
Yep.
Who did you pick? Loki.
Loki is huge. He's an incredibly popular character in both the MCU and the comics. And he's never been in any of the games. I think we honestly get Loki instead of Thor. And then we get Beta Ray Bill as like the Thor replacement.
All right. I'm done with that.
Again, a lot of this roster is kind of like the passing the torch roster. Like, with the exception of Dante. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, fuck it, we're doing Nero. Fuck it, we're doing Nero. Where is he? Where's that little fucking bitch? Where's that little bitch?
Pull my devil trigger.
Fuck you, Dante. You're too old. All right. I like that a lot of this is like the passing the torch roster. We got Ryu. Ryu's going to stay until he's fucking 90. Just like fucking, what's his face? Nero instead of Dante.
Good fight.
Nero instead of Dante. Leon instead of Chris. We got like Miles instead of Phoenix. We got other Miles instead of Peter. Fuck it. We got Loki instead of Thor. Like, hell, we could even... I think we have to have Wolverine in this list. I think we can't just have Cyclops, but I think Wolverine is too big of a character at the moment to not, but...
Yeah.
Anywho, next, DLC character. Let's do DLC. We haven't done a DLC in a hot minute.
Are you?
Who do you think the next DLC characters would be? We need Capcom DLC characters this time.
I know one that I want. I have doubts that it would happen.
We got to be realistic with this. Backed with facts and logic.
The fact that we got a fucking rival school's character in Street Fighter V was the biggest bone that Capcom was going to throw to rival schools fans ever. DLC Haritas. Ashura.
Fuck.
From Ashura's Wrath.
You picked mine. Fuck. Where did we put him?
He would be DLC, I think.
Yeah, he would. Nobody fucking gives a shit about Asura, but I do. All right. So we got one Capcom time for me to do another. Again, in that line of passing the torch, do I go with him or not? Do I go with him? I don't want to, but I might have to. Fuck, do I go with him? He's a stupid little nerdy bitch. Stupid nerdy bitch. I don't want to pick him, but I might have to because I'm not seeing anyone else who matters. All right. Damn it. Stupid nerdy bitch.
Who, me?
No, not you. All right. Where the fuck is this nerd? Not you. There's the stupid nerdy bitch. DMC5V with his summons. We don't really have... Huh?
Respect.
We don't really have many pet characters in MVC. We don't have characters with summons that are like puppeteers or anything like that. And I love that type of play style in fighting games. I think Cecil would be a good puppet character. I think Wily would be a good puppet character. And I think V obviously would be a good puppet character. All of which would play differently. I think would be neat. All right. Next for Capcom, Honey Bunch.
I think I think fuck. We have to.
Say it. Lay it on us.
If it weren't for the fact that... God damn it. If it weren't for this fact that this motherfucker's name is also Ryu, I'd say the protagonist of the Breath of Fire series. I feel like it's a series that rarely gets talked about now, but the people that have played it, it's very beloved amongst them. I mean, it could just be the thing where, like, they say Ryu, but with two different inflictions to denote who it is, kind of like with Roy Koopa and Troy Fire Emblem in Smash.
Yeah. So you want Roy in here?
That's his name.
You want Ryu, right?
I think that it's something that they would do.
All right. Let's do it. All right. And mine, all I have to say about my character is the day this character walked into your village, it was the most important day of your life. For
God
me,
damn
it was Tuesday.
Thank you, M. Bison.
Put him in the Marvel roster. All right. All right. Marvel. I already know mine for Marvel. This turn, I already have mine.
Go ahead.
All right. Again, in the vein of passing the torch, because I didn't see Robbie in here. Is RS? Where's RS? Where's Robbie? Is Robbie Reyes on here? I don't think so. Don't look like it. No. So I'm just going to put him here. This is not Johnny Cage. This is Robbie Reyes as Ghost Rider. This is the second Ghost Rider, not Nick Cage. This is the Ghost Rider who runs around driving a fucking muscle car rather than a motorcycle.
What about the Ghost Rider that rides a horse?
No, he's boring. If I wanted to fucking add a horse character in here, I'd get fucking Morgan.
Oh, wait, we already have the horse. It's Beta Ray Bell.
God damn it. All right, who's your Marvel character?
Like you said, I don't want to have to pick him, but we need to. The Wolverine.
There we go. Mr. Wolvie himself. Alrighty. Capcom. This is going to be 1, 2, 3. It's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is the last two for Capcom. They got to be big ones. They got to be important, honey.
I understand.
How many villains do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got enough villains. We don't have to worry about that.
We might have too many.
I think having more villains is fine. I think villains are the more interesting characters in terms of the 10. Ooh, I got a really good one for Marvel. I got a really good one for Marvel. So we need Capcom. We need 2 for Capcom.
I really don't want him in this game.
We can't do any more Street Fighter characters. I think we're at our Street Fighter limit.
I'd say we were at the limit before Bison. I'd argue that maybe he could be DLC instead, but...
Well, maybe we'll do a little bit of arguing at the end and see if we move shit around. We'll see.
Fair enough.
We could do Star Force Mega Man. I think Star Force Mega Man might be collectively everyone's least favorite Mega Man variant, even if his third game is very good.
I have a character, however, she's villainous and she's not from Street Fighter, but she's Final Fight and Street Fighter have basically become the same universe now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll avoid picking Poison.
Is she even on this list? Oh, yeah, she is.
Babe, this is so difficult.
I told you it was going to get hard.
Picking this last character is like pulling a tooth. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. He's on this list, right?
Who?
Captain Commando.
Capcom Commando. Okay. My final Capcom pick. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Krieger. I think
Ooms.
Exoprimal needs one rep on the roster. I think Capcom would do that. I think Capcom would be like, Exoprimal came out, people fucking didn't like it, but we still need to sell this hunk of shit. Here's a character from the game.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, the last two Marvels.
Uh,
There's still a lot of Marvel characters that could arguably should be on the list.
I
Ooh,
know.
that's a good one. Dormammu's a good returnal. Captain Marvel would be one that they'd most likely pick.
I can't even remember if she was in Infinite or not.
She was
I think so.
in Infinite. Yeah, I think so.
I don't like her, so I'm not gonna say her.
No, I don't like her either. Shang-Chi would probably be up there too now. Kingpin would
Yeah,
be fun.
we already have quite a few Spider-Man villains and characters.
Do we? How many Spider-Man characters do we have? Prowler and Miles? That's it?
And fucking Doc Ock as a DLC.
Eh. Spider-Man is basically fucking Marvel Street Fighter in this type of game. I would not, Fuck, Venom. We still haven't put Venom on the list. There's so many good fucking Marvel characters that we need on here still.
I know.
Gwen? He's on here!
Who?
No, I was going to pick J. Jonah Jameson as like the fucking funny meme pick, like as the joke character. But no, Phil Coulson. Phil Coulson is God. I love
Fuck is
him.
Phil Coulson? Oh, was he the fucking guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah.
Mm, I hate doing this. I really hate doing this.
Got a lot of X-Men characters we could add.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking about MCU.
Could do Mantis for another. That would be like our only our second Guardians rep.
There's so many other Marvel. There's so many other Marvel IPs.
I know. Well, like let's break it down. How many Spider-Man characters do we have? We have Miles, Prowler.
I think. No, she's not important enough. She's dead now.
Ooh, Gambit would be a good one too.
What's her name?
Who? Kamala?
Scarlet Witch.
Okay. We don't really have a magic user, do we? That would be fun.
I mean, Doctor Doom.
Saying Doctor Doom
know.
isn't a whiz. Like he uses magic and tech in like incredibly like I'm gonna use magic to make my boots stronger kind of way. Like he doesn't
I know.
There's a really good one we're missing. Oh fuck me. All right. Who did you say again?
I said Scarlet Witch. It was either gonna be that or Black Widow.
All right. I like yours better. Where the hell is she?
She's there.
There she is. Oh no, I lost Scarlet Witch. Where'd she go? I lost Scarlet Witch, chat. There she is. All right. Fucking Phil Coulson is getting in this roster over my dead fucking body. But they wouldn't do it. So my actual pick is one I think Ren completely fucking forgot about. If we're doing Miles, we need the spot.
I was just thinking about that.
We need the Spider-Verse rep. The Spot was a nothing villain until Spider-Verse happened. And now he's the scariest motherfucker. And I love him.
If that's the case, I'd say we could get rid of Prowler.
You think we get rid of Prowler?
I'd say we can.
Let's.
In the interest of not bloating the roster with too much Spider-Man, I'd say let's get a Prowler and put in Black Panther instead.
Oh, fuck. That's a good one. All right. Alrighty. Next, we got 2 more Marvel DLC characters.
All right. Now, with the DLC, these kind of have to sell. So
I'm already
we kind of have
picking
to.
mine.
We kind of have to have some real banger characters for the DLC.
Daredevil's hot. Daredevil's getting a new movie. Enough said.
Wasn't season 2 of Daredevil bad?
People really like the TV show. They're bringing that actor back for the movie. People really, really like that Daredevil show and that actor. I think Daredevil would sell gangbusters. That's my pick for this.
All right.
Do you have Venom or like Dormammu maybe?
No, I
Fuck,
don't.
we forgot MODOK. He's a classic. Mysterio even. Fuck.
You know what? Fuck it. We're increasing the base roster 2 for each side.
Okay.
I don't care anymore.
All right. Fine. Who do you want on the Marvel
MODOK.
side?
I need my
Analyze Cube.
I need my big yellow barrel that does kitty kicks.
Yes. All right. So my next Marvel character then. So many fucking good ones. How many X-Men do we have? Cyclops, Wolverine, kinda Deadpool, Sentinel,
Magneto.
Yeah, that's too many
And
X-Men.
Scarlet Witch.
Oh yeah, Scarlet Witch is technically a fucking X-Men in the comics. Fantastic Four isn't a big enough IP to get more than 1 or 2, I guess, in this case. Who is big and hot in the fucking MCU right now? Who's fucking on fire, you know?
Kang.
He's on fire, all right.
He's on for different reasons, I assure you.
He's on fire for different reasons. I'm split between 2. I'm split between Strange or Dormammu. We have too many villains. It's Strange. All right, Capcom. We need 2 more for Capcom now.
All right. All right. I'm gonna let you pick yours while I figure out who I
already
want.
have mine.
God damn it.
Give me Wesker. Give me Death.
Leave Wesker out of this.
Specifically, I want Black Wesker because fucking fight me on Twitter. I want Lance Riddick, even though we can't have Lance Riddick anymore. Rest
Big
in
sad.
peace. Who the fuck is Zig? Who the fuck is this Final Fantasy character?
Oh, fuck. I know who my captain, my
My captain.
captain. I know who my captain is.
Me. I am the captain.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
Who?
Does the main character have an? I don't think the main character has a name.
The main
The
character.
protagonist of Dragon's Dogma.
I don't think that's on here, honey. No, they have a name. They have a name. It's not like a name. It's like in Elden Ring how they call you.
Title.
Huh?
A title.
Yeah, it's like in Elden Ring how they call you the fucking Soul Shriven or whatever the fuck. The Tarnished. Fuck. What is it? They call you like the Soul Shriven. No, that's fucking Elder Scrolls. Uh,
The Arisen.
The Arisen. Donti.
I think he might be down by the T's.
I'm just checking the A's just in case. No, I don't see anything here.
Yeah, he's in the T's.
Where? The Arisen. There he is. Perfect. That one fits perfectly. I can't believe none of us thought of Dragon's Dogma. Probably because that game is shit. All right.
Alrighty, so
I need your second Marvel DLC character.
all right.
Fucking Galactus. Let's go.
I know.
J. Jonah Jameson.
I'm so fucking tempted to go with more X-Men.
X-Men sells, babe, especially with that animated show that came out. Like, X-Men fucking sells. So if you want to do an X-Men DLC character, fucking do it. Give us Professor X. Give us fucking Rogue. Give us fucking.
I'm having trouble narrowing it down to one of two characters, either Beast or Nightcrawler.
Babe, is that really a fucking question? Where's our blue little femboy? Where the fuck is he? Where Hello?
Not on here?
No, I saw him earlier. There he is.
Oh, no, there he is.
Give us our blue little femboy. Good choice. Nightcrawler's best boy. Beast is boring. I don't like Beast.
He's a good dude.
He's a good normie dude who never does anything.
Fair enough.
That was always like growing up. That was the reason I never liked Beast, because like regardless of if it was the movies or like X-Men Evolution, if you remember that fucking cartoon, or like even the original like X-Men cartoon, this motherfucker would just like stay at the ship. He was just the guy behind the computer. This giant gorilla of a person. It's like, oh, I want to watch that guy rip people apart. Nah, I'm gonna play on the computer. All right, Capcom DLC.
Hmm.
Is that fucking shiny chariot?
Mm, not to overbloat not to overbloat Street Fighter. No, no. I can rein myself in.
You wanted Zangief.
I wanted Seth.
Ooh.
No, Jade, you don't understand. Seth in Street Fighter 5 is so cool.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think it would be
Is that fucking... Is that Soul Bad Guy? Oh, that was funny. Remember, these DLC characters gotta hit fucking hard. They gotta be fucking big names for big DLC sales.
Mhm. Problem is, I kind of think we've hit a lot of our. I think we already got a lot of our big heavy hitters.
Are you sure not Buff Speedwagon? What about Arthur? Like Arthur's a classic character that's not on this roster.
I hate Arthur so
So
much.
do I. We could do Apollo, like to give like the anti, the prosecutor
No,
or the anti-prosecutor. We got.
I'll pick Arthur.
Do you really
It's a
want to?
it's a begrudging pick, but yes,
All right.
I think that's something that they would do.
For my Capcom DLC pick. Fuck, this is hard. There's obviously one character that I gravitate the most towards, but I'm trying to like not. Oh, fuck me. I think they has to be a Mega Man. I think, like I said, I think Mega Man is a DLC character. I think it's Star Force to coincide with the Star Force trilogy, or like the Star Force HD collection.
Yeah.
All right, that and Star Force Mega Man probably has the most interesting like potential moveset out of all of them. All right, we want to do 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's make it even 10 for DLC. So let's do 2 more DLC characters. Oh no, it's gonna have to be 12 because. Anyway, let's make it a nice 12. Marvels. Let's go.
All right. Marvel is Marvel, baby. How much do you think meme character pick would sell?
If it's a particular. Are you saying fucking Morbius? Are you telling me you want Morbius in this game?
Listen, we need a vampire for Blade to hunt.
Fuck, you right. All right, cool. It's Morbin time.
I think Capcom would be aware enough to do that as a joke and people would buy it.
Same. And I think people are aware enough that Spider-Gwen is the best character in the Spider-Verse movies. Fucking fight me.
Indeed.
All right, we need 2 more Capcoms, and that is the end, unless we want to add some Wish characters.
There's a couple of Wish characters that I've got.
Okay. 2 more Capcoms, and this is going to be the hardest one of all, because I think we have all the good Capcom characters already. I'm going to say this. Oh my God, we missed. How did we miss her?
Who?
Fuck, I don't want to put this, but it's like Capcom is going to do this one way or another, and it's honestly heresy that she would be DLC. Where the fuck is this bitch? All right, where is she? There you go. Chun-Li's DLC.
They wouldn't have her as DLC. I wanted to avoid her.
I wanted to avoid her too, but there's no way in hell they don't have Ryu and Chun-Li as like base cast. So
I think if that's the case, Manat would be DLC instead.
I think Minot would be a base game character. I think Lady D would be the DLC.
I was gonna make that as a suggestion earlier.
I think Lady D would be the DLC. Because again, the DLC characters have to be characters that hit fucking hard.
In a similar vein, I think Arthur would have to be a base game character. Sure, he's a classic, but nobody's like clamoring for Arthur.
Okay.
I think.
Do you think
honestly,
M. Bison?
Honestly, Edgy Boy.
Wesker?
Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah. Fuck! I wanted him in. God damn it. All right. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
One.
No.
Oh. Or do you think base?
You can't both. They can't. We can't have two Mega Man characters in DLC. It has to be one from each. Fuck.
Frank?
Fuck. I think Frank does. I think it's Frank. I think that goes along with the new game. I think Frank is a big enough character to get people in. I think. Yeah, I think Frank would. Either Frank or the Arisen, I think, would be DLC.
The Arisen. I think that's sort of the wild card pick that like people will be like, "Fuck, why didn't they pick that earlier?"
It's literally the Monster Hunter pick from fucking Infinite because Monster Hunter was a DLC character in Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally when they announced that. I was like, "Holy shit! I want to buy Infinite for this, but I also am not gonna buy Infinite for this."
I'm gonna play Infinite after this.
All right, fucking bet, do it. All right, second DLC character.
I think you picked.
I picked Chun-Li, so. Did we get Apollo?
No. This isn't. I have a character in mind, but problem is that they're not an American IP. They're a Japan exclusive IP. And as such, nobody in the West is really familiar with him.
We're gonna get Lucia from DMC2.
However, he would be a fucking... No. I'll pick this character if it comes down to it.
Who is Neelan? Is this the Mirror's Edge girl?
No, I think that's a Ubisoft title.
Who the fuck is this bitch? I recognize her. I don't know what she's from. From the 2013 action adventure game Remember Me. I sure as hell don't remember that.
Ironic, really.
Ironic, really. Who the fuck is Pol? Do we just get Beautiful Joe as the DLC character?
Yeah.
He's a classic. Nobody gives a shit about his game anymore. But like he's just kind of at home in this game. I would say either that or Vile or something.
No, we don't need more.
We don't need more Mega Men.
I was I was half tempted to pick protagonist boy from fucking Onimusha, but again, that's a Japanese only game,
Yeah.
and it's kind of just his moveset would kind of just be like Monster Hunter, but more Japanese.
Yeah, that's kind of yeah.
All right.
All
I
right.
think I think we have our base roster, our DLC roster.
Is there anything we'd fuck with at all? Cat.
Daredevil would I feel like Daredevil would be base roster. Howard the Duck would be like the Rocket Raccoon. Like, yeah, he would just be like the funny, wacky pick.
Fair enough. I think I think Howard is a little too niche to be DLC if I'm being honest.
Fair enough.
I think
Moving
Howard
back.
would be base game. I think either Loki or Scarlet Witch would be DLC.
Probably Scarlet Witch. We already have enough X-Men as
Yeah.
base roster.
I am fucking shocked. Neither of us picked Venom at all.
I want to pick Venom, but
Or like Ultron. Like that's another big one. Carnage would have been fun. Dormammu, of course. There's so many good Marvel. Gambit? There's so many good fucking Marvel characters that could and should be on this list.
I know. Maybe if they release more DLC after that.
Yeah. Like, Morph would be fun in honor of the X-Men TV show. Quicksilver is like pretty big because of all of his representation in the movies.
It would have to be movie Quicksilver.
They don't really do that though. Like Shang-Chi is fucking big right now too, thanks to his movie. He had basically the only decent MCU movie in the entirety of like the post Endgame pre Deadpool 3 era.
No.
Now for our wish characters. This can be just anyone. We don't have to go in like a Capcom Marvel order. It can be anyone.
All
Just
right.
start throwing names out and I'll fucking find them in the list.
Tessa from Red Earth.
Who?
She's the one with the witch hat. Up.
Oh, Shiny Chariot? All right. Not. I know nothing about the. Please explain.
Red Earth was a Capcom fighting game that was marketed, and it is it can be a two-player fighting game, but it's intended to be like a solo experience where you're just like kind of playing. Listen, I'm explaining this bad. It's a fighting game that's intended to be like a solo fighting game, but with the ability to play two-player with a weird
Interesting.
cast of characters that are. It's very bloody. It's very kind of just like hell's loose. Main character is a lion with a sword. Tessa is just ah, she's a witch. She does fucking cool dark magic.
Neat. My pick, Jameson. I think he would be the Phoenix Wright of like the Marvel side of just like he would just shout out like fucking headlines that hurt people. I think he would like have an attack where he throws his fucking cigar and it like explodes or something. I think it would be fun.
Now, do you think they would have the money to hire you know who?
Babe, a fucking course. If they chose anyone else, it would be heresy.
All right.
You got any other pie in the sky you wish they could be in?
Hmm. There's a couple, but I'm trying to like instead of just throwing out like a billion answers, Seth from Street Fighter.
This person?
Yeah.
The glowy green eyes? The Snow
Yeah.
White hair and glowing green eyes. He could walk through walls, disappear, and
Listen.
fly. He was much more unique than the other guy.
Listen. In Street Fighter 4, their whole shtick was they're using the best moves from all the other characters in the roster. In in 5, they were doing the same thing. However, they also did the Kirby thing where they could just copy a move from your opponent.
Ooh.
And I think that in a game like this where there's a large fucking roster and it's not just Street Fighter characters, you could have this fucking silver skinned robot person copy fucking Wolverine, and that's it. That's all the Marvel characters there are. But
That's
you know what I'm
fun.
saying.
Yeah.
A character with the Kirby ability would be rad as fuck.
Indeed. Um. Is there anyone else I fucking want? Who the fuck is Zig? I keep getting to the bottom of the list. And he's right there at the bottom every time. Just like, I don't know who you are. Isn't Rose Winters the fucking zombie girl from like Resi 6? No, Resi 7.
Rose Winters is the daughter of Ethan Winters. In Resi 8, they had a DLC where she's all grown up and she visits the village. And it's like all a nightmare sequence or some shit.
Sure.
She has she has mold powers.
Can you explain? What the fuck do you mean? She just summons mold?
Listen, this is the Marvel vs. Capcom 4 roster, not the Ren goes into the plot of Resident Evil 8.
Aren't the monsters from Resi 7 like mold monsters though? So like did she like get infected with like zombie mold or something?
All right, so quick rundown. In Resident Evil 7, there's a sequence where fucking bald father dude kills Ethan Winters, but he gets back up. He survives somehow. In Resi 8, it's explained, "Oh no, he didn't survive that. He was just trucking along on fumes because the mold resurrected him,
Sure.
and because he had a baby after the events of 7, that baby's a mold man baby."
Uh-huh. Sure. Resident Evil's fucking dumb.
Uh-huh.
God damn. Where the fuck is the giant robot from Lost Planet? I want that thing in here. I don't even remember what it's fucking called, so I can't even find it in the roster now. Thought it was near the bottom, but I'm scanning and I don't see it. I'm like this close to just...
PTX 40A.
There it is. No way in hell they would do that, but I would like to see a giant fucking robot in the game.
It was in Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
That's really silly. Actually, I think I remember that because I think that's the only character I played in there. All right. Is there anyone else you are passionate about, or do we wrap this up here?
There's 3 Capcoms and only 2 whatchamacallits. I'll go with one more Marvel.
Okay. Who the fuck is Elsa Bloodstone?
Oh, it's a cool name. It's an edgy name, but it's a cool one.
The name Elsa's been ruined for me. Do we just
Fair
get
enough.
the Juggernaut?
Charles Xavier.
Fair enough. Where the fuck is that bald bitch? Not his fucking dumbass sister that I hate.
Cassandra Nova.
She's such a bad character. That movie did not instill me with confidence for her character. He must be under like Professor X. Fuck, we didn't even think of Phoenix. Where the hell is Professor X?
He doesn't exist.
I thought that said pound mates for a second. I thought that was the fucking Yakuza 6 thing. Hello?
I think he's just not on here.
Why is Professor fucking All right. How the fuck is Cassandra Nova, the character nobody gave a shit about until
Okay,
the new...
he's on here. It's just under Xavier.
What?
Not Charles Xavier, not Professor X, not Professor Xavier. It's just Xavier.
Where?
At the bottom.
That's so fucking stupid. That is so fucking stupid. I was about to go on a whole fucking diatribe about how they have this nothing character that people only started to tangentially care about because she's in a decent movie. But, oh, God. All right, I'm mad now. All right, cool.
I would love Charles Xavier to be in the game. However, I understand that there would be issues of being able to fight a man in a wheelchair.
That would be so fucking funny, but for all of the wrong reasons. I mean, also the major issue is like, how the fuck do you do brain powers in a fighting game without just making them telekinesis, which at that point they're just Magneto. You get me?
I know.
Whatever. Anywho, is any closing? Ren, you're hosting the podcast today. It's time for you to get us out of here.
Alrighty. This recording may have went on a little bit longer than even I was expecting it to.
It's still sub 2 hours.
But again, this is sort of our prediction and slash wish list of Marvel vs. Capcom 4's roster. We've got a solid base roster, replacing some old blood with some characters who fill in that role, fill in that niche, some new blood for that series. And we have some pretty good banger characters for the DLC. Fucking Doc Ock is a such a fucking choice pick.
I know. I tried.
Again, wishlist characters. There's probably a couple more that I could do, like anyone or anything from rival schools, but it's not likely. Is there? Fuck, I don't even. I was gonna ask like, oh, how do you think the game's going to play? Do you think it's going to be a 3v3 system? We don't have time for that.
It's going to go back to whatever system MVC3 used. People fucking hated Infinite so goddamn much.
It was people liked Infinite. People liked Infinite's gameplay. Its presentation was so awful that it turned everyone away. Anywho, I think that will be it for this episode of the Best Girls. I don't have any wrapping up sentiments that I wish to announce. How about yourself, Jade?
Just the standard, check out the Patreon, of course. You guys get this very podcast 2 weeks ad-free on the Patreon. Otherwise, it'll be on free feeds such as YouTube and such, eventually with ads. If you want to support the stream, of course, like, comment, subscribe, and check out that Patreon. I also stream most nights on Twitch. If you guys are interested at Jade Novinus, twitch.tv/Jade Novinus. Check us out. Ren's usually on there too, so it's just like extended Best Girls content. We're gonna try to make this thing a more common thing, but it's also gonna be more structured, hopefully.
This is sort of a test run of that.
Yeah, we want to start doing the Best Girls podcast somewhat regularly, but we also want to make sure that we have we want to make sure we have good topics. We don't want to. The biggest issue we had during the first run of podcast episodes was we were like, oh, every 2 weeks we need to put out an episode, even if we don't have a good one, we kind of just have to, and it kind of started to devolve from there, and we needed that extra time to kind of figure out like some good ideas, how we're going to implement those, yada yada yada. So hopefully the show's a little bit better here on out. Still need to iron out some audio shenanigans, but we'll figure all that out in the future. Until next time, however, stay amazing, stay lovely, stay wonderful, stay sexy, and stay hydrated. And
go ahead.
No, you can end it. It's your podcast.
We'll see you next time in the Best Girls. I had a bit for this and I just completely blanked.
It's fine. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Forgive me.